Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2 CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. It's the 11th week of the show, and here's what our dig team's come up with. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply head on over to the Patreon page linked in the video description. Now without further ado, let's begin. First up from Pixel Diva, we've got wingames /puzzle /mast maze. So we're going to puzzle and mast maze. I guess maze master or something like that, or master maze. What's the readme say? Spice Software's first product, and continue to... How come your readme file doesn't even have the name of your program in it? Master of the Maze, Shareware Release 1.0. Show our product if you enjoy, see the order form, registered version costs $12. So $12 for what is probably going to be a very simple and very tiny maze program. And look at that, that's how big the window is. We have an auto map. There's compass and coordinates. We get a timer going. Let's get all the features going. And new game. So I'm going to ask arrow keys. Yep. So is this seriously... Wait a minute. This doesn't look like a typical maze to me. This is just a whole bunch of squares. This is not a maze. I mean, are these going to be like preset levels instead of randomly generated? That's kinda poor for a... Wait. Is there no exit to this maze? This is just seriously a set of solid walls that you can't really go anywhere. Well, now look at the bottom there. It says keys and gems and... Yeah, so I guess the whole idea... Because if I hit new, it just brings up this grid again. So, it comes with a whole bunch of maze files, so let's try one. Caverns 1. Okay, this definitely does not look like a grid of squares. I found something there. It's like a trapdoor down, or... Okay, so there's multiple levels. Oh, we got something over here. That would be a gem. Doesn't sound like there's any sound effects to this thing either. It also seems as though the levels aren't randomly generated. They have to be pulled in from external files, which suggests that maybe there was an editor for it, especially since there was a new option that basically gave you a blank maze to work with. But, I mean, it's possible the mazes are just plain text. What was the, It says .maze. I wonder if they are just plain text. Let's actually try checking that. We can do that by going to Accessories, Notepad, go back to our file manager here. Up. And see if we can drag and drop. That is very much not a text mode file. So I'm guessing there's got to be like some way to make your own mazes when you have the registered version. There you go. So when you order the game for $12, you get a construction program for making your own maze files. There were a lot of these 3D maze games because trying to make things in 3D was like the thing to do in the mid-90s, or even the early 90s. But they don't really hold up so well today, and I have played better maze games than this one, for sure. Although this one, its presentation isn't that bad, but it's so tiny. Yeah, it's okay. It's nothing special, but... it's playable. Playable, nothing special. There you go. Pixel Diva also had a failed dig this week. DOS games /new DOS drag hunt, which any of you who've been watching so far probably have a good idea what this was. This is just Bob's Dragon Hunt again, isn't it? Yep, that's what I thought. I actually checked the file dates too, and it's the exact same version, so... Oh well, failed dig. Next up, Jonathan Lord dug up DOS games /arcade3 /tycoon 3. Okay, I'm not quite sure what this is gonna be. Tycoon High Oil? Oil Tycoon? Or something like that? Oil Tycoon. Okay. Order form for free updated version? No. Like instructions? Yes. Object of the game is to make as much money as possible. Your uncle's entrusted you with to take over his successful oil well in Texas, because where else would it be? Your objective is to use your keen business skills in the importing and exporting of oil products. Your uncle's given you $1 million, a refinery, and 1 oil well to start your adventure with. Or just venture in this case. Adventure if we were actually going places. So run the business for 10 years, or 120 months. Not giving you any hints of the trade, even though he so could, but... Refining cost range, don't put a cost for drilling oil wells between 2,000 and 6,000. So this looks like it's just a text-based game here. Like, I mean, there were a number of games like this where it's basically just a number management game in a sense, where you just want to make your numbers look better. Because, let me think about other games that were like this. I know there was one, common one that was circulated around high schools was Drug Wars. Which is literally you're buying and selling, like, illegal drugs in a completely text mode environment, right? Another common one was there was ones where you're trying to take over different territories and you have armies and such. I'm just trying to figure out how should I go ahead with this one. I guess, I don't know, drill wells? Attempts at drilling, number of locations available, number of drilling sites. Let's do 10. So, I'm guessing I found a good number of oil sites. Royalties come in. Okay, so 8 oil wells, 1 refinery. I'm going to need more refineries. Cost of a refinery is 32,000. Let's build 2. And guessing I'm going to have to import or export oil at some point. Or refine oil? That's an option. Refine oil. I don't have any? Huh? Oh wait, I see. It says right there 375,000 refinable gallons. So, product to refine. Gasoline. Maximum refinable. Let's do 10,000. Or, he probably doesn't want the comma. And then, lubricant, we'll say, oh, it just, our maximum okay. I'm confused for a second there. And fuel oil. And oil products. And kerosene. Okay, fair enough. So, now what do we do? Okay, so it does change every month here. So, it looks like I want to sell the gasoline. And nothing else looks good to sell at the moment. So I am getting oil every month, and then I can refine that. Interesting. So the numbers change pretty much every turn, and it's fluctuating quite a huge amount. Like, I mean, I could make a ton of gasoline right now. Like let's make like 50,000 here. And it says the break even, 0.484. So if we exit now, we come back here to our next month, and we go to export, it's already doubled. So if we go export gasoline, and 48,500, so we're up money. So I can see how this game could be fun. See, games like this that are text mode based, they need a lot more to it than just raw numbers like this. Like, I mean, this works, but there's not a lot of meat to it, really. I mean, it looks like there's a lot to it, but there really isn't. Like, I mean, you just make your oil products, drill your wells, build your refineries. Yeah, it's pretty basic. It works for what it is, but nothing too special. This last one from Matthew Belshon's actually kind of interesting. DOS Games / Arcade 2 / Pred 070. And when I say interesting, I mean for not your typical reasons. Something Predator, perhaps? It's the only thing I can think of. Oh geez, one of the first files is aliens.dat. Doorinfo.def. So is this a BBS? There's even a sysop program. This could be a BBS game, just judging from that. That's going to be a hit or miss thing, because BBS games, they're designed to be played on a bulletin board system, and they may have certain requirements as to how that functions. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens. And don't mind the train passing by if you guys can hear it. Predator. Okay, this is definitely BBS software. Do you want ANSI color? Yes. Welcome to Predator vs. Aliens, because Aliens vs. Predator was already taken. This copy's been registered to A. So it looks like we're probably playing some hacked wares here. So I'm guessing this is probably paid software. Daily maintenance. You can play 5 times daily, you have 4 times left. It costs 100 whatever to play the Pick 6 lottery? Wish to try? Oh, sure. I don't know. Pick a 6-digit number. That one. Okay, so the little Greek letter there is sigma. So 200 sigmas, half of your winnings will be placed in your bank account. Fair enough. Initiate Predator Chamber. I'm on the Predator dropship, apparently. So, what's in the supply room? Buy weapons and equipment, exit armory. I don't know. Everything's way too expensive. So, let's not buy anything. Let's exit out. I don't know, I guess initiate Predator Chambers. Player roster. So, apparently the player I'm playing as is named Chump. And I just managed to quit out of it. Brilliant. So, how do I even play this thing, then? Like, I mean, yeah, I've got the player roster, but I can't really do anything there. The message base didn't seem to do anything. I don't want to abandon the guy. Exit to main menu? Exit dropship? Okay, here we go. Now we've actually got a game going here. Yeah, it almost seems like somebody played this for a little and didn't before putting it onto this Shareware compilation disc, and didn't realize that his progress was going to be saved permanently. Because that's one of the weird things about BBS software, is that BBS software is designed to interface with the bulletin board system. So if certain aspects need to be saved on the BBS side of things, but certain aspects are also going to be saved on the player side of things. So running BBS-based software as the end user and not as the sysop, you never know what's going to happen, because specifically in this case when you haven't actually paid for a particular product or something, because you don't know what programs or do what. Like, I mean, there was a sysop program there. I guess we could run that in a moment, but let's actually see if we can actually do anything here. Help for instructions. This program is slightly buggy. You're seriously, we're trying to make money on a program that was slightly buggy and admittedly to that? I don't know. So I can move north, south, east, or west. I can take items, I can use items. Okay. So let's move east. Do you wish to enter? Okay, that's a dropship. Let's move south. I have no idea what I'm doing. South again? It's very weird that this game has this fascination with Greek letters. Like, look at the weapon skills and the stuff below it. Jeez, give LeetSpeak a run for its money. It's such a pathetic view space. I'm guessing that you can upgrade that or something. Wait a minute. A winged horse looks up at you when you approach. Its combat prowess makes it a highly desirable adversary. It prepares to kick your butt. Okay, so I'm fighting a Pegasus apparently with reflex blades. Range to enemy 91 meters. I don't know. Advance? 70 meters. Advance again. 22 meters. One more advance. Okay, I'm definitely within striking range now, so hand to hand. Well-aimed strike leaves 2 oozing wounds in the Pegasus's midsection. Pegasus missed you. Hand-to-hand again. Ducks your blow, and your wounds prevent you from completing the backswing. I'm wounded? I thought I have... I don't know. That's weird. Your hit points are actually displayed maximum first and current second. So 58 is the maximum, and 25 is what I currently have. The Pegasus starts to do a new dance called the locomotion while you shred its arms. It's a Pegasus. It doesn't have arms. I'm probably going to lose this battle, but let's see. Jumps over your sweeping blades, kicks your Pegasus hit you. Yeah, I'm probably going to die. Yep, I have -8 hit points now. How am I still alive? Well, again, this is BBS software, so it's probably designed in such a way that you have to, like... I don't know. Oh, wait, there it goes. You've gotten yourself killed. And it just drops you back to DOS. So, BBS software is weird in this sense, just from the fact that it doesn't behave like typical software. Like, I mean, it dropped me back to DOS just now, but chances are that if I was actually playing this on a BBS, it would now take me back to something else. So, let's actually see, because I thought there was a... Oops. I thought there was a... Yeah, there's a sysop program right here. Okay. So... Oh, it's mouse-driven. Interesting. And now it doesn't seem to work properly anymore. Well, I guess they weren't kidding about locking up if you do something other than batch. Oh well. So that was Predator versus Aliens. Strange little BBS program there. I don't know how you'd be able to really use it, like, nowadays. Probably not. Like, I mean, the sad thing, too, is that there's so many games that were made for bulletin board systems that probably have just been lost a stretch of time. But unlike a typical game on one of these shareware collections, those old BBS games, getting them running as a solo user is just... it just doesn't work out that well. So... you know, it'd be nice if somebody took up the reins to try and do that. The thing is, I didn't have that much experience with BBS software growing up. I had a little bit, but not a lot. So I'm definitely not the person qualified for doing something like that. But if anybody knows someone who's actively doing that, like trying to archive these old BBS programs and games and such, let me know about them, because that'd be an interesting thing to look into.